Well, I've brought in Nicholas Peck to talk to us about what it means to support networked hosts. Nicholas, how you doing, man?
All right, how about yourself?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Tell us a bit about yourself and your latest job, and let's start talking about working with networked hosts.
All right, I just got into the tech field. I've been working in support for about 4 months now. Before this, I had no prior experience technology outside of my own, like and the work wise.
Well, it's great to talk to someone who's just starting out in the support field. So, congratulations on that, Nicholas.
Thank you.
You bet, man. Well, as you are supporting people, tell us a bit about how you go about doing that. You spend a lot of time working with people of various generations and with routers specifically. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah. So at Everywhere Wireless, we're an internet service provider who lets our customers use their own equipment. So we don't charge for equipment fees. And by doing that, our customers are able to learn technology themselves. So when we're helping them create their network, we're talking them through their router's configuration interface on the web pages, and it gives them a kind of a boost of technology, confidence in technology, and confidence to troubleshoot their devices and their own in the future.
That's really neat. So by giving them confidence, they have skin in the game as they're in on this rather than just, oh, hey, your device has a problem. That's really cool, Nicholas.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
So what age range of folks do you work with? From the very young to the very old, how does that work?
College students up to, I think my oldest customer was 82 years old. I helped her factory reset her router and recreate her network. Before I helped her do that, the technician who set her network up set up her router for her. So this was a first for her, and we actually got through it. And she was happy to know that she's capable of doing that.
That's really neat. So you work with folks making sure that the hardware is working right, that the firmware is working right, and then actually getting in and configuring interfaces. Is that about right?
Yes. So when we get a new customer, we inform them that they should purchase their own router. We have links to suggested routers. We have a emulated web page with several different makes and models of routers. So we're able to see what the customer is seeing on their end. We help them create their credentials for the routers, from the default administration credentials to their network name and password, changing it from the factory one, so something more personal. Keeping that security up, not leaving everything to their factory default settings.
So it's interesting. You have a whole stack of support here. I mean, from the firmware to the operating system to the IP address to some security information, right? Username, password, that sort of thing. What are some additional steps that you take as you're helping people? What are some of the services that you tend to work with? DNS, DHCP. Give us some detail on that.
So yeah, we're Everywhere Wireless. We're DHCP based. So we get an IP address that dynamically. Well, it's DHCP based. So the IP address is there to access the internet from. It's dynamically allocated from IP blocks. With that, we also provide static IPs for customers upon their request. Since we work with high rises, each customer gets a private IP, and that IP travels out through a public IP, and that's how they access the internet.
Public address translation and all of that. So you make sure, whether it be a private IP, a static IP address or a dynamic IP address, that's one that's valid and that is working correctly.
Yeah. So we have a pool of IP addresses per building for the statics. We also deal with NAT issues.
Yeah.
If our customers are getting double NAT issues, since they have to work with the private IP that translates into the public IP, we do get that quite often, especially with gaming consoles and customers who are trying to host websites. So we created the one-to-one NAT system, and we apply that to their static IP, so they removes the IP double NAT issue.
So you work all that out and support all that. Well, Nicholas, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your time talking about your particular job role in supporting network hosts. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.